how is QA related to localization, and why do you think it's important to have QA in the conversation when we host an event that is mainly about localization, or used to be mainly about localization?
Well, I mean, QA, generally speaking, is related to all aspects of development. Localization is sort of an interesting component of it because localization is similarly related to everything. You know, you have to localize all different parts of a game. And so lots of times the function of confirming localization is very closely related to the function of confirming large scale areas of the game. And so many times that sort of development function gets rolled into the same place, usually towards the end of a project. It also has a very sort of confirmation element to it. You know, localization happens sort of in just checking to make sure that the words appear appropriately and that they sort of keep in the spirit of what was intended. And I think there's a real lesson there in aspiring QA individuals, because that is in many ways what we try and do from a functional level, is to keep in the spirit of an intended design or an intended set of features, and make sure that also it isn't broken in a sort of semantic in a semantic or sort of like quantitative way as well. Mm-hmm. And so because the functions are similar, I think there's a lot to be sort of like gleaned from a close-knit relationship between the two.
Yeah. Chris, do you have anything to add to this, maybe from a service provider perspective?
Yeah, sure. Both LQA and FQA need to be in a secure environment to test unreleased content. So they generally sit in the same room or the same building, or at least the same secure facility. And it helps that they can chat to each other and focus on the same issues, or issues that are relevant to one or the other. But yeah, it just happens that they both need to be in a secure environment, at least from my perspective.